जयपुर वाया कोटा
कृपया ध्यान आपो अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत
Lucknow Junction.
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವ ರೈಲು
Hyderabad Bhattacharjya Express পরবর্তী স্টেশন নেতাজি ভবন कृपया ध्यान दियो
Gotta drink some hot water because I've just been screaming, and why would I not? Yeah, I wasn't in Hyderabad, but I could feel that pump. The great batting performance by Rajasthan, who were put into bat by Bhuvneshwar Kumar and have breached 200. That's right. And they were bound to because they were 122 at the end of 10 overs. They were 85 at the end of the power play on the back of a 20-ball 50 by Buttler. And this is where they have ended up. It's 203 for the loss of 5 wickets. And as you can see at the top, 1, 2 and 3 all got 50s. This is only the 5th time this has happened in the tournament, so that is quite an achievement. We were talking about them getting runs from their top 3, not just Buttler alone. Well, they've answered that today, haven't they? This is Cricbuzz Live. I'm Gaurav Kapoor, with me Joy Bhattacharjya and Micheal Vaughan. I think, Joy, first things first. We were saying that can Buttler have 2 seasons back to back? He's not, because he's just carried on the previous one.
Exactly. I think he's decided that, okay, this is the same season, we're just continuing on the same form.
Yeah.
He was outstanding, unbelievable batting. Absolutely unbelievable. I mean, the quality of play and the way he was hitting the ball, it was just, he never allowed a single one of those bowlers to settle. And I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, Bhuvi also went to like every bowler that he could go to, but Michael, just, it warms the heart, but it's no surprise to see Joss batting like that.
No, absolutely no. I think there's one person in the world that's starting to get concerned, and that's the universe boss, because we've got a new boss. You know, Joss the boss is he's the new boss. The universe boss, he's gone, so he'll be concerned about the way that Joss is playing. He's a freak. You know, he's such a good player. He's just got all the skills. He's got the power. I think he's a brilliant reader of what the bowler's going to do next. I think he's always ahead of what the bowler's going to do next. So he seems to always be in the right position for the shot that he's just about to play, because he's reading the bowler. That's why he's such a good captain as well. I'm amazed though, and you think about those first 6 overs. Yeah, Washington Sundar off spin ball to Joss Buttler, right-hander. He just put him into the stands a few times. No Adil Rashid in the first 6, which was staggering. When you think that they went for 85 and the leg spinner didn't bowl 1 over in that first 6, just to try and dislodge, and because he's got the ability to go over the way, and I thought he was the pick of the bowlers. But he came in on the 7th over when really the damage had been done. They could have got 225, 230. They didn't quite capitalise in those last 5 overs, but it's a formidable total, and also a pitch that looks like, again, I always look at captains when they make decisions to chase, and when you see a pitch that is so pure, so good, well, why wouldn't you want to bat first in it and get a number?
Yeah, this is a problem. This is the problem in the first half of the IPL. Everybody just wins the toss, chooses to bowl, but we're seeing that totals are not being chased. I know it's a very small sample size so far, but it could be a 4th today.
It could be a 4th today. It could be a 4th today because it's a big total. And again, it depends on how you look at the total. If you look at the total, turning around and saying that, is this a total Rajasthan would have liked after, the start of the match, you would have said definitely. Is it this the total that they'd want after 10 overs of batting? No. I mean, they ended up getting 79 in their last 10, which, considering the kind of performance they put up in their first set, is just, I mean, it was staggering the way they started off this match. So I think they cooled off a bit, but enough damage had been done up front to make sure that the total is still really formidable. But, at some point in time in this, Hyderabad would have been looking and saying that 225, 230, 201 looks good to them.
Yeah, the first game Gujarat did chase. It was just yesterday that both teams, both teams yesterday managed to defend yesterday, but looks like they could do that today as well. But yeah, again, when you see a surface like that, Michael's got a point. Say, why would you not want to bat first? Because Rajasthan just opened their arms and said, thank you very much, we'll take this. But the good thing is not just Joss Buttler, but even Yashasvi Jaiswal on the other side. Very impressed with him as well, Michael.
Yeah, fantastic. He's got great balance and a great flow with the willow. That he played a shot through mid wicket, and there was only mid wicket had come quite straight, and mid on's in place, and he was probably looking at a metre gap, and he just managed to feed it through with the use of his wrist. It was delightful stroke play. You know, a young lad, 21, he's got a great future ahead. And I can only imagine a player like he walking out to bat with Josh Buttler. You know, what he gains from batting with Josh Buttler, just talking to him, being out there and just picking his brain about what's the right kind of position and situation play to go for. Yeah, he's a real talent. You know, I think we're going to see lots and lots of him over the next few years.
Yeah, and the captain, not too shabby from the captain as well.
In fact, that I thought was a tougher role because, you know, somebody like Josh Buttler starts off, he's 5.5, they've got 85. To walk in there and bat the way he did, keep that strike rate up, not allowing it to do. And remember, Sanju played risk-free cricket. He didn't take any chances. He played it so beautifully. He timed it well. Had he gone on for another 2-3 overs, it would have been very different. But that's what I'm saying. Sanju, the top three did their job. That's a really solid foundation.
Yeah.
But a couple of things we spoke about. One was Riyan Parag at that point in time and Devdutt Padikkal going ahead of Shimron Hetmyer. Because the number of overs that were already done, you could have put Hetmyer then and said, don't worry guys, we'll put Hetmyer in first.
Yeah.
And I think they missed a trick out there that could have cost them at least 15-20 runs.
Yeah, you think, Michael, because we looked at that and said, well, you don't need it. You've got an international player you've paid decent money for. This is what you've done it for, right? You've got your top three, you've got your runs. Give him a couple of extra balls as well, because you know the payoff of that, if it pays off, is going to be grand.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the Rajasthan strategy is with someone like Hetmyer, but you generally look to, as soon as you get to like 10 or 12 overs, he would be next in.
Exactly.
Whatever the situation, you just throw him straight in there. So, but we're nitpicking because they've got such a formidable total, but I think it could have been 225, could have been 230, 240 at one stage, but getting over 200 is a big number, and they'll be very confident of being able to, particularly with a little bit of spin. Rashid was the pick of the bowlers. There was a little bit of purchase there. And with the spin twins from Rajasthan Royals, you would fancy that they'll have enough experience and know-how how to defend this big total.
Yeah, there you go. Natarajan wasn't bad as well. He bowled his 3 overs for 23, picked up 2 wickets. Fazal Farooqi had a good comeback and he picked up 2 wickets as well. And then the 1 wicket for Umran Malik when he got Devdutt Padikkal clean bowled.
No, absolutely. If you look at what Natarajan has done, and there's some amazing things out here. Look, if you see the run rate and what's happened, Natarajan on the 17th over has bowled a 3-run over. In the 19th over, he's bowled a 7-run over.
That's gold.
Absolute gold. And he's gone for 17 in his first over.
Yeah.
Great comebacks by all the bowlers. I mean, even if you look at, again, Fazal Farooqi, he comes back, gives a 6-run over after going for 17 and really getting whacked. He gets a 6-run over, comes back, last over is a 10-run over, which is not bad at all considering the circumstances. All the bowlers made comebacks, and that's a great character thing. The interesting thing, the captain didn't finish. He bowled just 3.
Yeah.
Okay, and he gave the ball to Fazal Farooqi, who I thought showed great temperament under these circumstances. So, look, there's something there. They'd be looking at this and saying, yes, we got devastated in the first 10, but we fought back well, and we've shown some character. Now it's up to the batsman to now take it forward and give something to it.
Yeah, because, I mean, you may be thinking, oh, what's the fuss about? It's a 200-plus score. But look at that batting, and that's what we're saying. There's Mayank Agarwal, Abhishek Sharma, Rahul Tripathi, Harry Brook, Washington Sundar, Glenn Phillips. There's some big hitters there, and they haven't announced their substitute
There'll
yet.
be an impact batsman as well. Probably Abdul Samad or somebody.
Maybe Abdul Samad. So that's solid batting. And when you're looking at this surface, Michael, Hyderabad could well look at the dugout and say, all right, listen, we've done well. We've stopped them. It's a 10.5 run and over chase. We've got the batters to do that.
Yeah, they've got the strength, they've got the quality. You know, it doesn't happen too many times. I know South Africa recently chased 260, so there's the kind of benchmark of the modern era that anything is possible. But I just think Rajasthan, they'll have studied what balls are the hardest to hit in that first innings, and that the spin twins have got so much skill and experience. I think it'll be very, very difficult for them. I don't think the captain had a great day at all for the Sunrisers. When you look at Natarajan only doing 3 overs and economy was just over 7s and he got 2 wickets. That's not right. Not bowling Rashid in the first 6. He had to try it. So I don't think the captaincy helped. And I don't think Sanju Samson, with the experience of all those ex-captains around him, I don't think Rajasthan will make similar mistakes with their tactics.
Yeah, South Africa has got 216 at T20 game. But remember, the South Africans are not here for Hyderabad yet. So no one's given Hyderabad the news. So I hope they phoned it in. Yeah? Tell the team, you can do this. You can do it. But the batters there, Abhishek Sharma, this is an exciting young player, Joy. Been following his career for a few years. He was at Delhi. They traded him, and Hyderabad got him in. But this is where he's been last season, and that's not too bad.
Not at all. And I think last year was the first time they trusted him completely. If you remember, he used to bat at 5 or 6 in those days. And then they moved him forward, the David Warner days, Shikhar Dhawan, David Warner days. They sort of float him at 5 at 6, him and Samad. And then they said, look, this guy's good enough for us to invest in the long run. They gave him the starts and he gave them 428 runs. He gave them wickets with the ball. I think he was an under-19 star. And people looked at in those days to say, this guy will play for India soon. And somewhere that dream is, of course, the kind of plethora of talent India throws up now, it's difficult to be there. But look, a 420-run season is nothing to sneeze at. If he gives them that kind of season on a regular basis and the rest of the batting they have, this could be a formidable team.
Yeah, because remember there's Harry Brook there. I mean, if Rajasthan says we've got Joss Buttler, on form right now, Michael, Hyderabad can say we've got Harry Brook.
Yeah, I mean, he is quality. He's an outstanding player. But I think he'll be the first to admit that Joss Buttler at the minute is just in a league of his own in terms of T20 batting. But Brook is a talent. Over the course of the next 8 weeks of the IPL, you'll see some innings and shots from Harry Brook which will amaze you. He's a brilliant player of spin. He's got all the tricks. He's got all the power. And he's got a real calm head on his shoulders as well. So whether it's today and if the Sunrisers are to get over the line, you're probably going to need a bit of a special innings from someone like Harry Brook. It wouldn't surprise me if he did it because he's so good. But over the next few weeks, you're in for a treat because he'll certainly play an innings or two that you'll be wanting to talk about for a long time.
And Hyderabad would hope that can happen today. Rajasthan will not hope that. Rajasthan, of course, has the bowling that they can rely on. They've got last year's Purple Cap winner, Yuzvendra Chahal. There's, of course, the age campaigner, the veteran, Ravichandran Ashwin. They've also, there you go, this is total number of wickets, right? 166 wickets. I always look at this and I say, what was RCB thinking?
Absolutely.
What were they thinking to not retain him?
They just had a lot of difficult choices. In some way, they felt that he's not there.
But they only retained 3 players.
Exactly.
They had a fourth slot.
They had a fourth slot. And he was a star. Exactly. And you don't argue with numbers. But look at Amit Mishra. Yeah. You give him the ball, he takes wickets. And yet he's been shopped around more than any player you can imagine.
Fair enough. But it's fair to say that, he is a decade older than Chahal, right?
It's what you describe as stupidity.
That was very politically correct.
You can't even fly Michael in through Bangalore anymore. Right?
We are running out of airports right now. I'm just saying we're running out of airports. Bombay is there.
Yeah.
And we'll have to wait for today's Mumbai match to see whether so far Mumbai is okay.
Yeah, I think
I'm sneaking into Mumbai. I'll be praising them over the next 2 weeks. I'm coming to Mumbai. So Mumbai, I'll be staying in a nice place. I'm going to play some paddle tennis over there as well. So
nice.
Mumbai, it's the greatest place. I'm going to fly in and stay there.
All right, great. We'll make sure what he says because otherwise we'll just have to send him an oar. The channel and through the Suez Canal. All right. Well, there you go. So it's the Rajasthan playing 11, the bowlers. There's KM Asif, Trent Bolt, who perhaps will open the bowling. Don't think they'll go to Jason Holder for that. There's Ashwin, there's Chahal, of course, the spin twins. And they'll be looking at Riyan Parag's bowling and interested to see who their impact player will be.
It was Saini for you and Sandeep Sharma for me.
Yeah.
I have a feeling you'll be right because given these circumstances, Sandeep is the kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's not fast enough. They'll target him. I have a feeling Navdeep Saini is probably a better choice.
So yeah, they've got the bowling as well. I think this is going to be quite a cracker. I hope it's not an anticlimactic chase like yesterday evening's game. It looks like there's going to be a little more punch in that. And of course, there's a great one coming up after that, which is Bangalore and Mumbai. But let's just play our guessing game for this one. Power play score.
But anyway, congratulations. You won the previous one.
I came pretty close, right?
No, 201. So yeah. Plus 10. So you were 195.
Okay, great. I said,
You said 195. So you won.
I said 195. All right. If you insist on giving it to me, I'll take it. But the power play score, your prediction for Hyderabad. How many are they getting in the power play?
They need to go hard. So I'm going to go 61.
61.
Oh, I was going to say that. 56.
I'll reverse that. 65.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. 56, 61 and 65. Those are our guesses. What are yours? tell us on hashtag Cricbuzz Live. Right now it's time for us to go. We're going to see you at the end of the 10th over with the Cricbuzz Combox, our little update at the halfway stage. Hopefully the halfway stage. It's not the halfway stage if a team gets out in 18 overs, right? But we'll be there at the end of the 10th over on Cricbuzz Combox. Thank you for watching. Cricbuzz Live is all we have for you right now. We'll be here with you till midnight. So put your notifications on and we'll see you in a bit.
Jaipur via Kota.
कृपया ध्यान आपको अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವವರೇ ಚೆನ್ನೈ
Hyderabad को 50 एक्सप्रेस পরবর্তী স্টেশন नेताजी भवन कृपया ध्यान दें